title of this mini podcast is Smart. You may need to be smart to get through school, but you don't need to be intelligent to get through life. There are probably no dumb doctors. Even the ones who graduated at the bottom of their class had to have some smarts to get through medical school. Smart is overrated. I used to work with a guy who was dumber than a stump, who went on to be a roller rink mogul and made more money than all of his coworkers combined. His IQ was close to that of a plant, but it didn't stop him from succeeding or being happy. I'll now quote a question of a friend of mine who asks, "If you're so damn smart, how come you're not rich?" When you adjudge yourself as smarter than someone, it proves very little. It just puts another notch on your belt about how superior you believe you are to them. If you think about it, your intellect is a collection vessel for facts, figures, and concepts. And logic is the conscious assembling of that data. The bigger the vessel, the bigger the bragging rights. It's amazing to me how often what we know keeps us stuck in the snow. We dig ourselves deeper into our ditch because we are flooring the gas pedal of logic to get unstuck. Smart and not so smart alike are programmed by another part of their mind that doesn't pay attention to logic. This other than conscious part of your mind weaves whatever data that got in there into your facts and figures receptacle, your intellect, into patterns of thinking and behavior that have nothing to do with logic. These routines that form us will run for the rest of our lives unless we outgrow them. Here's the rub that will rub your nose into reality. Your superior intellect will never figure out how to outgrow a pattern logically. For example, there are smart and stupid fat people. Reminds me of a story. When I was in high school, we had a neighbor who had a degree in nursing and had a master's degree in nutrition. And she was the head dietitian at the local hospital. She could tell you the chemical compound of any food or beverage, and she also had complete conscious command of the caloric content of any meal. She weighed close to 300 pounds. She was smart and dangerously overweight. Staying with weight for a moment, you didn't gain weight intellectually. You didn't say to yourself, "I think I'm going to go up 2 or 3 pant sizes." You won't lose any weight intellectually either. That's called a diet. Yeah, you're going to drop some pounds as long as you intellectually follow the dictates of the diet. But the minute that conscious effort wanes, you go back to where you were and then some. Your weight is controlled by patterns formed a long time ago. Anyone has the ability to communicate with and update the part of their mind that weaves data together that forms patterns that were originally purposeful. You may have outgrown the purpose that a pattern was originally formed for, but the pattern keeps running because it's never been updated. The pattern doesn't know why it runs, it just runs because that's its purpose. You can update it by being smart. You'll update it by getting your intellect out of the way, no matter how large or small. The intellect is a wonderful part of our mind, and it serves an important function. The difficulty is when it attempts to do a job it's not suited for. That's when we fall face first into the mud and stay there. When you learn to affect the part of your mind that updates your patterns, you go to the head of the class. The frame of mind that you enter through quiet contemplation or meditation is the place where all patterns can be updated. Just make an intention and then enter your mental place of quiet reflection with that intention in mind and watch the magic begin to work. Now, you're going to need to do this practice with frequency to get results. It sure beats having to use logic to explain away why you're not where you want to be. Having written this piece over 15 years ago, I was struck with serendipity when I saw this post from my friend Jerry Stocking written today. "It takes being stupid to be certain. Intelligence requires fostering of possibilities, especially the possibility of being wrong. Truly intelligent people know knowledge never rests, but if it did, it would be on a foundation of abandoned certainties." And finally, I'll sign off this mini podcast with the maxim my 4th grade teacher taught us. You can have what you want, or your reasons why not. All the best, John.